Hi everyone. I don't know what I look like. I got my dungarees on and because I've been going out to get just my overalls and they're really comfy. They're great. But I'd forgotten that when you go to the loo, of course, you have to get the shoulders down, undo the things, the buttons at the front. So what I did, I undid one button, pulled the shoulders down, and now my back, you really don't want to see my back because it's all crossed over and I can't be bothered to sort it out. I'm all right. I'm indoors. Um, it's very stormy today and people have been advised not to go out unless they have to. And of course, there's rigorous COVID rules and regs in place now where Birmingham in the UK is a high risk area. I think we've gone into tier 3, which is the highest tier. And I've just typed my postcode in and all these support groups, I don't know how they support people online, I don't know. People are struggling with if they've got school dinners, free school dinners for the kids. They've been struggling when the kids are home and they haven't been able to feed them. And people are saying, well, if you have that many kids, why, if you can't afford them? But who could have predicted what was going to be happening now? People are selling, somebody I know even, having to sell their house because they can't afford the mortgage on it anymore. A mortgage that was organised when both of them were in work. I'm thankful that everything I've got is down to Alfie, everything. Even me as a person, my life I owe to my husband, various things that have gone on. So everything I've got I owe to Alfie. And I'm just completely concentrated on everything to do with him. His grave plot is looking beautiful, although we haven't got the headstone in place. We can't until it's been 6 to 12 months, but it's ordered, and I'll show you it in a minute. It's ordered, and in the meantime we've got 2 flowers containers, one with husband, one with father, with silk flowers in. We've got 2 beautiful plants and they're coming out gorgeous on the grave. Got a wind chime that I put on last week and butterflies. But the headstone I've ordered is this one. Without the writing, this is just to show you. So it's that, and got to have it so there's room for me on the bottom, whatever the kids put. Moggs, call me Moggs, Eli's Moggs, reunited with the love of her life, reunited with a soulmate. And I'm having on there, I'm having husband and soulmate on, and cherished father. So that's ordered, and it's going to be about 12 weeks from when they've got the cemetery permit proper. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself now because we've got to wait for the cemetery permit, but I'm sure there won't be a problem. If there is, I've got another one in mind. But it's going to be 12 weeks from the start of that. So say December, January, February, March, it should be in place in March. And I wanted it in place for Alf's birthday, which is in May. So it'll all be done and dusted and beautiful by then. It's hard to go and visit the grave and leave him, and seeing the shape of the grave, how it's dug around and how the ground is sinking. And my son says to me, you know, he's not there, Mum, you know, he's with you, he's all around you. And he is, but he hasn't made contact with me yet. My dog has, who died a few years ago, and sometimes I feel her on the bed. But I'm waiting for Alf. You know, all living, anything that's been alive, all living animals, including the human animal, anything that's been alive can never die, ever. Wherever it is that your soul or your spirit resides, it leaves. Your soul leaves. All that energy has to go somewhere. And I truly do believe now that Alfie is once again whole, not ill, whole again. On his deathbed, he gasped for air twice, opened his big beautiful blue eyes wide, and I ran to the door to call the nurse. I fully believe that in those moments, Alfie was back. He knew what was happening. The dementia was gone, and he knew what was happening. And there was just the one tear, as I've said before, which I kissed away, and I said, are you crying, Alf? Don't cry. And I hope it was a tear of joy at seeing his mum, perhaps, waiting for him, and our son-in-law, everybody who was important to Alf, waiting to help him cross. I hope that's the case. Let's show you his picture on the wall, because this is a photo that we had on Alfie's casket coffin at the funeral service, and he looks wonderful. I took the picture. We had one taken. We each took one of the other underneath the signpost for Tipperary. We went to Ireland some years ago, and it says, you've come a long way, Tipperary. You just show you, here it is. And the lights on it, and the forget-me-nots. And there's Alf. It's his little corner. Glass flowers, silk flowers, and this forget-me-not, and his picture. You'll be pleased to know that I have ordered, well, I hope you'll be pleased to know, I've ordered a new camera. I've got a camera that I bought ages ago. I'm going to have to take it to have it looked at. It's not used to wearing these. It's for vlogging and stuff, which I bought it for, but I've never used it because it just won't hold the charge. Charge it up and it just dissipates. So I've got to get that repaired. But in the meantime, I've ordered one that was half price on the Black Friday deal, and that'll be delivered today. So I'll be fiddling about with that this weekend and maybe come back on and do another video. Show you again my cluttered house that my son keeps telling me, you need to declutter, mother. And I go by that saying, I don't know who it was who said it, but was it that man, Quentin Crisp, who said, I don't have anything around me that either isn't beautiful or isn't useful. Those two things, that's the premise to go by. And that's what I try to say to my kids. Everything around me is either beautiful or useful. Same as this little corner here. I haven't got it all lit up yet with me. But you see, I've got me us on that holograph thing, us there, Alfie's all around me, he's everywhere. And I don't just mean in the photographs. I'm sure some of you have lost loved ones and you've gone or are going through your own grieving process. Maybe in sharing mine. And I don't pretend that it's easy. Every hour is difficult. I try to tire myself out. 5 o'clock again, I was out. My neighbour just rang me over the road because I've been sweeping the leaves, and so I see you've been busy again. But I was out. I've been out twice. I was out at 5 o'clock, and then again I was out at lunchtime. So yeah, they don't need to be done all the time, and they're all over the place, and it's really windy, but it's giving me some exercise, and it's giving me a focus on doing something. I've got, I think I showed you in the other video, instead of sending Christmas cards, I've got these little ones. Actually, I have got some Christmas cards as well, but that one, hand wash only, the wool. So I'm going to be writing some of those a bit later. I think it's going to be a quiet weekend, and my daughter's rung, and my other son won't be coming over. Weather's just too bad. My younger son's going to pop in. Otherwise, it's going to be a quiet weekend, and I might come and harass you on YouTube later on. In the meantime, what I was saying, grieving, I'm all over the place. As you might be able to tell with, I'm jumping from one subject to the next. I'm not really organised. What you see is what you get, and what you see is a mess in all ways. But I'm trying not to wallow. I'm trying to grieve in a way that Alfie would say. Miss me, feel sad, love me, be grateful that we had each other, and know that we've learned from this life and we're going to be together again in the next, but whatever comes next. So I'd like to think that also anybody who's missing someone, going through similar, we won't go through the same, we're all different, but missing someone and going through grieving, maybe in some way I can help you, maybe. I hope so. Back later. Bye-bye.